server set right here.
Perfect.
45 minutes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I think, did we figure out it's episode 22, Jeremy?
22.
Yeah, 22. We're getting there.
Three more shows.
Yeah,
I guess. The golden shows.
Yeah, what did Logan Paul say? What, he had 25 shows, you're a millionaire? We're almost there.
Almost there. Right after the first of the year, we'll be millionaires.
Yeah, and just getting past Christmas, the Eagles took a tough loss on last week, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it this week.
Still making the Super Bowl?
Yo, he's still making the Super Bowl, 100%.
Eagles, Chiefs?
I hope not. The refs will give it to him.
Chiefs will win.
Uh-huh.
It's not good for you.
But, football's not for a couple more days. Today, I'm super excited. Our guest from the Angry Cast, the Angry Bartender. How you doing?
Hello, how is everybody?
Good. I'm excited to have you on. I was looking back. I've been following your page since 2011.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
that's like OG.
That's what I said. I was like,
You were the
holy
original OG.
shit.
Like, I think it started in 09, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, it was did you have just a regular page there for a little while until it went to the...
I didn't do anything with it, so it just kind of lived there for a minute. There was nothing consistent until I think 11.
Is that when you started doing the Tomcat videos?
No, that was probably later on.
The first time I saw that cracked me up, man. It was just a talking cat talking shit. I loved it. But what gave you the idea? I mean, obviously the industry that we all work in, but what gave you the idea to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go with this.
So it was actually supposed to be a movie script.
Huh.
And getting your friends to help you shoot a movie is pretty much impossible, especially when everyone's drunk. And then it was going to be a website, but building a website's really a pain in the ass, especially back in 2010 when you couldn't just go on a website and drag and drop everything together.
Yeah.
So it just Facebook blew up and I was like, I'm just going to go start a Facebook page. And it just kind of accidentally happened.
Yeah. And then, look, we're how many years later? And, I love the fact that, no one knows who you are. Like, you've been able to, all this time, you've been able to keep that quiet. I think that's amazing, especially in the industry that we work in.
Yeah, it's hideous.
But what, obviously you get, probably how many messages do you get a day? Just from...
It actually varies, man. There will be days where it's 3, but then there'll be days where it's 63.
Yeah, I know.
It's clockwork too. You can guarantee a couple. Not so much March 18th because everyone's still recovering. But between March 19th and March 21st, it's oh, what happened? I don't know. I got 106 messages in 3 days.
Yeah, just the absolute shit show of that day.
Right.
Now, what is you've been in the industry a while. There's shit show days. We all know that there's shit show days. New Year's for me now, not a shit show.
You don't do New Year's anymore.
I don't. No, I close at 9.
You're at home watching the ball drop.
I'm asleep.
You're asleep by New Year's.
But what's your craziest? What holiday are you fuck?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Definitely St. Patrick's Day. Bar I used to work at would have been a toss-up between New Year's and Halloween.
Oh, Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween gets weird.
Halloween's always been a good year for me. Always been a good year for me. We do, locally we'll do a $2,000 costume contest, pack the house.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and nobody really does much.
So I worked at this joint that was basically on a blocked off road with, I don't know, 1, 2, so let's call it 8 clubs and bars on the road. So everyone would throw in a little bit of money. Because the road was blocked off, legality got a little gray. So you could basically just throw a block party. So we would have a DJ out there. People would go balls deep, $2,500 first place costume contest. Dudes would drop $2,000 building a costume to try to win this thing.
So it wasn't about the money. It was about the costume, basically.
Oh, it was about the pride. But then it was the other 4,000 people wanting to see these fucked up costumes, right? And then we were the cheapest drinks and we were the closest to the stage.
Oh,
So it would just be like, what happened? It's like, well, we didn't do shit all. And then from, I don't know, 8 p.m. till 11, we did $8,000 in sales between two of us selling $2.50 Bud Light drafts.
holy
Jeez.
shit.
Yeah, wild times. Like, I still have a New Year's slip. It's three of us. And it's like $11,000. And I was on service well too. Like, I don't even want to know what the waitresses rang, but I'm just like, man, I'm like, we were like, and like at this point, like we're talking Jack Daniels is probably like $6, like tax inclusive.
Yeah.
And I'm just fuck. I'm like, did we really basically do $4,000 each in like a 5-hour window selling $3 Bud Light bottles? Like, fuck my life.
Oh God. Yeah, Halloween, back in the day when, I was in my 20s and, early 30s, well, not even early 30s, in my 20s. But, I ran a bar in Key West. So
Fantasy Fest
was
just crazy. That's what, 10 days long, 12 days long?
Yeah, 10 days. Well, Goon Bay is like 3 days.
It's like Friday to the following Sunday, almost like a bike week type thing, right? So it's 10 days of solid just Monday night, crazy.
Angry, have you ever been down to Key West?
I've been to Key West, but it doesn't count because I got off a cruise ship and you have like a 4-hour window.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the what is the author that every bar there was his favorite bar?
Oh, Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Yep.
So I went to like 4 of his favorite bars.
Nice.
A buddy of mine actually just worked security accidentally for it because it was recently, right? This year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he works for Disney, and it's a really strange situation. So he works. I guess he doesn't work for Disney technically. He works at Downtown Disney or Disney Springs. I can't remember what it's called now. It's one or the other. It used to be one, now it's the other. So I guess the company he works for, I'll leave the bar out of it. They had sent 4 of them down there to work. 3 of them worked the bar. He ended up working security, and they ended up in a really nice car wreck on the way coming back because driving in Florida is a shit show.
Yes, it is.
But I haven't even got to talk to him about it, but he said it was some pretty wild shit.
I'll never forget. I think the last year I was down there for Fantasy Fest was 2011.
I think we're due for another Fantasy Fest.
I shit you not. So I get a call like 3 weeks before, and the guy's like, "Hey, I want to rent out your place." I'm like, "It's amazing. I'd love this." And this is my first like bar manager job. I'm 25, and I'm like, "Yeah, love it. Get the price. Food, drinks, all included."
Which was what, 20, 30 grand?
It was 20 grand
For one night.
for one night till 10 p.m., 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Because I wanted to open to the public
And the
at
guy
10.
dropped 20. Now, is it open bar?
Open bar, open food. It wasn't great food. We were giving them like,
chicken wings and fucking
Yeah.
dried potato skins.
No. But I ask no questions about what it is. I didn't think. And, it's Fantasy Fest. It's crazy, right?
Good.
So the group starts coming in. They're having a great time. All right. Some people start taking their clothes off. It's Fantasy Fest fucking normal. Come on, let's go.
Topless,
And I'm literally sitting with the bartender, Alyssa, and we're working the bar. And this lady is getting railed on the bar stool. And
You had a swingers group in there, didn't you?
I did. They were fucking everywhere, literally fucking everywhere on the stage, the
for
bar.
20 grand, do you care?
No, I didn't. I let it go.
Were you able to open at 10 o'clock?
Uh-huh. Did I clean it? Mm-mm.
I'm never going to Fantasy Fest with you. Never mind. I'm out.
And I shit you not, the last person, not a regular, obviously, it's Fantasy Fest, but he's all drunk. And he's like, What do you think you deserve for a tip? And I just looked at him like, I don't know, $1,000. He's like, okay.
He tipped you $1,000.
Tips me $1,000.
Credit card?
Credit card, yeah.
It went through?
So it goes through, and I look at Alyssa. I'm like, so here's what we're gonna do.
Now, were you bartending?
Yeah. Well, there weren't rules back then. Like,
So you were
I
bar
could
managing,
manage, bartend. I did it all.
Cleaning the toilets?
Yeah.
Joining the festivities?
Yeah. It was
Did
everything.
you join the festivities?
No comment. But yeah, like because stuff like that in Key West gets absolutely insane. And like people just throw around money like they throw around their clothes, and it is a beautiful thing. I mean, that night, now granted, we had $1,000 tip. We made $950 a piece, not including that 1,000. And that was till 10 o'clock.
And then from 10 to 2, 3.
Yeah, we did another $8,000 in sales
Between to 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock at the time.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah,
Is it
still
still
4 a.m.
Really?
I
I think we're all going to Fantasy Fest this year,
Yeah.
2025.
Angry, what's the latest you're like a bar you've worked at's been open?
Legally?
Yeah, let's go with legally.
Legally 2 a.m.
All right. So 2 a.m.'s not bad. And
No, I guess that's actually a lie. I guess legally, if we're not serving liquor, I can serve till 6 a.m. But it's just once you're not serving liquor, there's no point to it.
Now, can you still serve though? I thought if you had a liquor license, even if you're serving at the bar, the bar has to be empty.
So where I'm at's kind of fucking weird with rules. Beer and wine is a completely different thing. You can go to a gas station and get beer and wine 24/7.
Oh, but liquor, you got to go to an actual liquor store.
Liquor is a separate little entity, so liquor gets a little weird.
Can you serve beer and wine 24/7?
I would never want to. Like, if it's the right group of people, we'll lock the door and I can serve you till 3 in the morning. I'll serve you till all the cleanup I can do without you leaving the building is there. But again, it's got to be the right group of people.
Right.
Yeah, I lived in a state. There's a couple states that are like that. I lived in a state that was
So
like that.
liquor's separate and beer and wine's like separate licensing.
Yeah, I shit you not. I drove to another state to get liquor one night.
How far did you drive?
So, it was like a half an hour, so it wasn't
That's
like
not bad.
But
You made it sound like you drove 7 hours to get a bottle of Jack.
I was drunk and had to drive to another
Even
state
better.
to get
30
liquor.
minutes driving drunk. What's wrong with our society right there?
Yeah, like it. So the liquor stores, it was snow, and like in this state, they never get snow, so it was weird. But everything, whole town shut down. And I was like, man, in the liquor stores, I think it was Sunday, they weren't even allowed to be open. So we had to drive to the next state over in a fucking snowstorm just to get some liquor. And then
I've been there and done that, but minus the snowstorm.
So you kind of the same thing where you're at, to where you have to, the liquor stores close on the Sunday too.
No Sunday liquor. It's always funny when people come and visit and they're like, "Oh, we're trying to go to the liquor store," and I'm like, "I got really bad news for you." What do you mean? I'm like, "Well, it's 8 o'clock on Saturday, so they're closed, and you can get in there Monday."
Yep, and then you can go to the gas station and get beer, but that's about all you can get. Well, beer and wine.
Yeah, you got to time it right. It's kind of like anybody who went out on Monday, like the 23rd of December, like the Monday that just passed.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't get arrested. Because you ain't getting out. They ain't getting out till Thursday, sweet baby doll.
Oh God, that's awful.
A friend of mine was like, "I'm gonna get fucking hammered," and I'm like, "Look, man, do what you got to do, but if you get arrested on Monday, you understand no judge is gonna be there Tuesday." So I'm like, I hope he didn't go to jail. I haven't checked mugshots the last couple of days. But
I love that. I check mugshots. Like when I have people that are, super drunk or just, being ridiculous, first thing I do, I'm checking mugshots. Do you do that, Jerm? No.
Check the mugshots if you can't find them.
I do it when I have ridiculous people or when I have staff that doesn't show up.
You check mugshots?
I check mugshots.
How many times have been in there?
It's not in years. Not in years, but there was a time years ago.
You're like, oh, there's Johnny.
Well, the Key West at keysso.net or .com, whatever it is, you just go in there and, there's probably 30, 40 arrests every day. And sure as shit, if you go through like 3 pages and you live there, you will know at least 5.
Like, oh, I know her. I know him.
Yeah.
I do it every morning. I'm with you. Like every morning, I'm like, which one of my regulars was a fucking dumbass last night? Like, all right, let's see. And it's always funny because it's just like, all right, we know him. What happened? Drunk in public. And I'm like, okay, so he just got processed and they let him out. That's fine.
You're like,
it's like, what happened? It's like, yeah, like
I'll see him in 30 minutes.
Well, we like we like to play the game too, where if we find someone we know, it's like, all right, what are we doing? And I'm like, all right, all right, all right. It's a DUI. And if you get that right, it's like, okay, is this the first? Like, what are we doing? But then you always get that occasional one where it's like, oh my God, that's the nicest dude in the world. It's probably just like drunk in public. Oh, type 1 scheduled substance distribution. Oh my, did not see that one coming.
You always love. I had a server one time. You looking on the mug shots, and it was like possession with a controlled substance and intent to sell
Firearms and
I was
everything
like,
else.
Jesus Christ! Holy hell!
Did you do a background on that person before?
No, God, no restaurants do background.
Question. So when
I
you
worked at one that tried.
Really? How long did it last?
Oh, like 3 months, just like my friend that's like, "Hey, I'm starting at this restaurant and they drug test." And I'm like, "Okay."
No bartenders
Like, that's
working there.
cool. Like, what do you mean by drug test? I'm like, like meth, cool. But I'm like, are you telling me if you pop for THC, you're not going to get the job? Neither is the whole staff then. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Everyone's fired.
I love that, man. When I was a bartender, oh, we're going to drug test you. Go ahead. You're not going to pay for it. I know you're not going to. Like,
Right.
yeah, like even, they try, but first off, it's expensive to pay for drug test. And really and bartenders and servers, I mean, there's a million of us, it's easy to hire one at a job. So why even worry about it?
Yeah.
You could find someone else.
13
Now,
more.
will you find someone as good? That is not the case. Well, you can find
100%.
someone.
That's always the joke. I'm like, well, the two occupations, and I've never gone down the full fucking, no pun intended, rabbit hole to look it up. But like the two highest drug use occupations are service industry and construction workers. And everyone's like, oh, because they're degenerates. And I'm like, no, because they won't test us. Because if they do, we're not going to put up with any of your bullshit. And those guys are not going to put up with the grueling conditions of working fucking construction. So good luck being sober with no fucking place to live and work. So let us do our drugs. Go fuck yourselves.
It's true, though. It is.
It's true. I'm not trying to be like mean, condescending,
Yeah.
otherwise. But I'm like, if you guys like, I hate to be that person. Like, I have a friend that became a lawyer, and I'm like, yeah, you would do drugs if you could. She's like, yeah, but I'm gonna get fired. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone would do it if they could.
Yeah, if there's no consequences to it, it's like, oh, cool, I can just do some drugs and still come to work. Awesome. I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah.
But no,
Fair enough.
even construction, man, like, they're on the roof. And see, take here in Florida, man, it's 110 degrees. You're going to tell me that guy's not going to smoke a little weed beforehand? Because he
I
gonna.
don't think I could smoke weed and work on the rooftop.
No.
Or be drinking all day and trying to hammer nails and cut boards and.
Oh, I cannot do construction drunk. I've tried it at my own
That's
house.
how they do it. Tried at your house?
Dude,
I also boat down your freaking driveway when
I did.
the hurricane
I did.
came.
Yeah. So I had this outdoor shower, right? And I'm sitting around the fire pit. I'm hammered, and I'm like, I want to build a brand new outdoor shower. I can build it tomorrow, but I gotta tear this one down first. Let's tear it down.
So you tore it down.
Tore it down. Put the wood in the fire. Lit it up, and it still looks like that 2 years
And you
later.
never built another one.
Nope, never happened.
Remind me not to have you ever build me a shower.
Yeah. Now, it's a lot different than drinking at work. I mean, I'm sure we've all drank at work. I mean, fuck. People buy you shots and all that. But have you noticed that, like a lot of places are kind of stopping the drinking at work with staff and all that?
Kind of, sorta. Like, I guess it depends on where you are. Like, I've seen places that used to. I feel like it's always one asshole that ruins it for somebody.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, I've stopped. We don't.
Which sucks because like the people that can handle it, there's ways to look at it. I had a manager forever ago, like 20 years ago, that just like grabs me and he's like, "Look, man, I don't give two fucks. If you have to go next door before work and do a shot or two, or you have to go smoke whatever you got to smoke in the car to deal with customers better, cool. I don't care as long as it does not affect the way you do your job." cool. It's just there's always the one person that it's the one person that shouldn't be behind the bar in the first place.
That
I
has
guess,
4
is the
shots and
way to
can't
put
stand
it.
up.
Yeah.
Can't count their money at the end of the night because they had 5 shots and they can't say no.
Yep.
Yeah, like I've got an acquaintance that just like the dude since I've known him, like literally less years than I have fingers on one hand, has gone through more jobs than I think I've had in my life. And like that should be like key number one that maybe you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, little red flag there.
Yeah, and like he's not older. Like I don't even think he's in his 30s. And I'm like, fuck, man. So got a really good gig recently, and I was like, how the fuck did that happen? The spot I used to work at, where generally you have to get invited to work there. It's died down. It's dropped down a little, if you will, recently. But I'm like, okay, guess he just got lucky and like stumbled in there and got a job. But yeah, on his first shift by himself, got fired.
Holy shit. What did he do to get fired on
Right?
day one?
So I guess there had already been a situation when he was working with someone else, and like as someone that drinks more than they should, it's crazy when you actually see someone with a legitimate problem. And dude cannot be around alcohol without pouring themselves some.
Ooh.
So I guess there was an issue there. So then when you took away mommy or daddy and no one was there holding their hand, they had to do some closing duties. They didn't give 2 fucks about cameras. And I guess there was just like a half bottle of whiskey that went missing. By missing, I mean like poured
Yeah.
into their own shot glass 19 times while on camera.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
guy can
like,
drink.
and dude, I feel bad because deep down he's a really solid dude, but he doesn't know how to be that person.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Like,
I mean,
it sucks.
it does, because there are people that it's great people, but like if you don't have that stop and it's just, if they go, they're going 100 miles an hour.
They can't have 1 shot. They have 37.
Yeah, they should not
We've all
ever
had
drink
a
at
couple
work.
employees like that. I've had great
yeah.
employees. 1 shot, they're fine, but they can't stop at 1. It's 17 later. They can't stand up. They can't count their money. They're yelling at guests. It's like, what is wrong with you? And sure enough, they had 14 shots.
Yeah, I'll never
Yeah,
forget.
like no, like I have someone that had an issue and now goes on a pitch count,
Smart.
which honestly for a lot of people still won't work
Yeah.
because the minute you have that first shot, your logic still goes out the window.
Yep.
But they do a really good job of it. It's like I can do a shot when I get there. We're gonna do a shot. So like we're gonna do a shot when I get there, and it's my welcome to work shot. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, we can do one more shot between this time and that time, and that's it. And I can't do anything else. And I'm like, I don't think you're gonna stick to this. And they did, and it's fucking crazy because they are 10 times the bartender they were.
Huh.
Because they take the 2
Yeah,
shots.
like some people can do it. So like some people have that self control, and that's awesome.
I have it. I can take 2 shots and be good.
I do not have that
Yeah.
self-control. I know.
I can take a shot when I get there, a shot at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever, for her birthday, and I'm good all night.
Yeah, I can't drink at work anymore because I'll go.
You'll go and go.
I'll go. Like, and it was weird, man. In Key West, I'll never forget one shift, man. It was a newer bartender, so it's like his 5th, 6th day. It's me and him bartending. It's a Tuesday night. It's not, nothing busy. And we get to work. We opened at 10, and he's like, should we do a grape bomb to start? I'm like, sure, man. Yeah, I was much better at pacing myself back then.
The grape bomb?
Yeah, I loved them.
Did you drink it with a straw?
Oh.
No, wait,
Grape bomb?
Yeah.
did you-
Who drinks grape bomb?
Dude, it was 2009, and it was delicious.
Did you have a root beer float afterwards? What the hell? Grape bomb.
But
All
anyway,
right, man. Not to be an enabler, but I do have a crew that's been coming in drinking the fuck out of grape bombs.
it's either coming back.
Today? You think grape bombs will come back?
I mean, like recently,
Grape
like out
bombs
of
are-
nowhere, and I'm just like, "What are we doing?" And they're like, "We fucking love grape bombs," and I'm like, "Well, you guys tip me $2 a shot, so whatever the fuck you want."
Yeah, to have
Grape
at it.
bombs are coming back like Jaeger bombs are coming back.
What?
Okay, let's not let that happen.
No, because it's terrible.
Hey, I like being a Jaeger bomb. I'm not gonna lie. Jaeger bomb, I'm good.
I was just in Orlando with a friend who got married, and they were like, what's here, what's there? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. You just got married. I'm buying. And they're like, Jaeger. And I'm like, God damn it. You hate me.
Did you do it?
It wasn't that bad.
Jaeger or Jaeger bomb?
Jaeger. I will. I mean, I drink 9 energy drinks a day, just not with my liquor.
That's so funny. I won't mix it with the liquor.
See, I can do a Jaeger bomb, but I don't like Jaeger. I like Jaeger bombs, but I do not like Jaeger.
That's,
I get that, but I hate Jaeger so much that I'm like, it really doesn't make a difference at this point.
You ever had a Rumple bumper?
see, I love Rumple.
What is that?
Rumple
Whoa, what is
bumpers are
that?
Rumple Mints and Red Bull.
Yeah.
It's called a Rumple bumper.
Oh my God, no! God, where I live, that would mean something else. I think.
Rumple bumper.
Yes, I would get someone so excited. You want to do a rumple bumper? Yeah. And they're like, oh, where's the?
You watch.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're like,
Shot.
shit, that's not right.
He's gonna be in the,
Yeah,
he's gonna be in the bar one day, and someone's gonna be like, "Hey, give me 2 Rumple bumpers." He'll be like, "What the hell?" I hope somebody comes to the bar and asks for a Rumple bumper.
Baggy just flops on the counter.
Just pops on the counter.
Have either of you been graced with the mint tea?
No.
The green tea, but it's a mint tea.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you know what we're subbing Jameson
Oh, it's
for.
gotta be Grumplements.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Peach
disgusted to
schnapps?
say this. It's not as bad as it should be. I'm not telling you it's good.
So
But
you've had
it's
one.
not that bad. Like the peach schnapps and all the other bullshit cuts it down so far that you're just like, man, at least it's not just Rumple.
It's not terrible.
That's why a Rumple bumper. Rumple Mints and Red Bull. It cuts it down. It's not that
Okay,
bad.
yeah, no, I like.
Try
I
a
like that. I'm
Rumple
gonna do
bumper
that
at your
just-
next bar. I want you that you get those 2 girls in there. We'll take anything. What's sweet? Make them 2 Rumple bumpers and see what happens.
I'm on this shit.
I better see it on the page. So Rumple bumper is the new thing.
Oh man. So wait, have you ever served someone a shot that was so disgusting you were just like thinking about life before?
Every employee in Key West after their first shift.
Don't
Did
say
you-
Malort.
Did you do you did the bar mat?
Bar mat shot.
Bar mat shot.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
Hey, did you let them know they did it, or did you just do it?
Oh no, that was a requirement
Like you
to
took
keep
it
their
in
job
front of them
Uh-huh.
and did it.
Yep.
Oh
Oh god, it was.
no, I've always hid it from them. Hey, we're doing a shot the other night for your thing, and
Oh no.
I'll have one of them take the bar mat. He or she has the bar mat shot.
I wanted them to know what it took to make that kind of money they were making at that bar.
I guess you're walking out with
I had
$500
a
bucks.
friend that would do that. I had a friend that would come in and request a match shot. The only reason I ask about Malort is I have a friend in Tampa that drinks warm Malort out of a fucking teapot, and I'm pretty sure they are actually Satan.
That is
I'm pretty sure they're saying-
terrible.
Spawn of the devil.
Literally, that's how they should be saved in my phone. No, but the reason I
The
asked
spawn
is
of the-
one
give-
day
hey,
some guy
give-
comes in and he's like, what's the worst shot you've ever made? And I'm like, well, I made a smoker's cough once. And he's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's disgusting. I'm like, it's fucking Jägermeister and mayonnaise, and I think there's something else in there too.
Wait,
And he's
Jaeger
like-
and mayonnaise?
Yeah, it's called a smoker's cough. I've only ever had to make like one. Like it's one of those things you don't ever want to make. Let's see. According to the internet, a smoker's cough shot. It's definitely Jaeger and it's disgusting. It is. It's literally just Jaeger and mayonnaise. 1 ounce of
That
Jaeger,
is-
1 teaspoon, one teaspoon of mayonnaise. So I told this man this, and he goes, "Oh, give me a Jaeger and mustard." And never in my life was I ever just like, "Fuck, are we doing this?"
Oh god.
Yup. Yeah, and like I have a weird aversion to mustard and mayonnaise anyway. I wouldn't even put it in a shaker. I took a 16-ounce plastic cup and a 12-ounce plastic cup, and I made a makeshift shaker so I could throw it away after.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want the mayonnaise in any of my shakers.
Yup. Like it's almost like Sambuca, but worse. It's like, what happened? Oh my God, I shook a Sambuca because it wasn't cold enough for him, and now 3 days later, it's still Sambuca.
Oh.
Yeah, the
See,
tin
my
3
Rumple
days
Bump-
later literally is still Sambuca. It's awful.
My Rumple bumper doesn't sound as bad, does it?
It's so
No, it's really not. Like I'm
No.
gonna do one. I'm gonna like if I had Rumple in the house, I'd go do one just to try.
Yeah, but next time you're at
Because,
the bar,
like,
next time you're at the bar, you get those 2 girls. I'm telling you, the 2 girls, 3 girls that come up. They're 22 years old. They just started legally drinking, and they're like, "Hey, we want some good shots. Pour them 2 Rumple bumpers. They'll never drink again in their life." Because it's minty. They always say, I want something minty. I want something sweet. I'm like, all right, got you.
So not shot wise, but drink wise. Anytime girl, oh, can you just make me something really good, but not too sweet, but a little sweet, but not too sweet. I just take 3 random flavors of vodka. It doesn't matter what they are. I just grab 3. I put it in there, a little pineapple, a little OJ, splash of cranberry, done.
No, those ones I always grab like the puckers. Strawberry pucker, watermelon pucker, and apple pucker with cranberry juice. And I'm like, there's your sweet drink.
God, that is so much flavor.
$13
What?
for 3 puckers and cranberry juice.
Oh man, my go-to is always just. There's no sense. It's kind of like no one knows why a chocolate cake tastes like a chocolate cake. Really, I'm like, I get there's hazelnut liquor in there, but it doesn't make sense. Like my brain still doesn't compute why it does it. Mine is always just orange vodka, preferably like a absolute Mandarin, like a basic orange. You don't want like deep Eddy, amaretto, and all the juices. For some reason, is Hawaiian Punch. I can't explain to you why it is. If you don't put cranberry in there, it tastes the same. But because it's not red, your brain does not compute it to Hawaiian Punch. But the minute you just add a little bit of cranberry, it's Hawaiian Punch. That's always my make me something sweet of choice.
Well, I have to try that. I have never.
It's super
tried
basic,
that.
and everyone acts like it's the greatest thing ever, and I'm like, it's bullshit. Here's $8. Thank you for your half amaretto, half fucking absolute.
I had a bartender one time comes up and goes, "Hey, they just asked for an amaretto sour." I'm like, cool. Why are you telling me?
That's what's in it.
Yeah.
What's in it? Sour.
I was like, well, they told you.
What's in a vodka tonic? Like vodka tonic? Like
Yeah. I was like, you really need help with this? This is the same guy that we took that grape bomb with on his 6th shift. I shit you not, this slow ass Tuesday, we probably did like $3,000 in sales, which for a Tuesday was great. Like an hour has gone by and I haven't seen him. No idea where he is. Now, there were times that we would run to the bar down the street, take a shot, and then, tag the other person in. They run down the street, take a shot. But I didn't get tagged. There was no tag. I go to change a keg of PBR. Motherfucker is passed out in the walk-in.
Cooler.
Yeah, in the cooler.
For how many shots?
I only saw him take 1. I mean, I'm sure he took more because, we were a little busy.
Right.
But just sleeping.
So he goes there to, do you just go to fall asleep or was he trying to change a cake?
He was just sleeping on the Bud Light boxes.
Sometimes it's good, comfortable.
Yeah, sure.
He's gone for like an hour?
And then he wanted half the money.
He deserves it.
He slept right through the busy part.
A great bomb deserves it.
Have you ever had anyone fall asleep on a shift with you?
Yeah, but the shift was over technically. And it's actually a kind of a funny story, but the shift was over. And this was a bar where we may have been staying open past legality. Kind of locking the door, and if you knew one of us, you can call us. And teeny tiny little human drank way too much Jameson for their own good. Was drinking Rumple that night and decided to go night. And then, of course, with my luck, this is a Saturday. I'm closing, and I have to open on Sunday.
Oh, I hate closings.
So someone's got to get them home. And I don't care how little you are, a passed out person just weighs so much more than they should.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I've got this little fucking tiny human over my shoulder, and I'm not the biggest person. I'm like, all right. I've got their roommate, their roommate's 23, sends me the pin, and I'm like, hey, asshole, just give me your fucking address. We're not doing this my location shit. So I get them in the car, and I drive them there. It's not far. It's 5-ish. Let's call it 10 minutes from where I work. I've got them, and I'm fireman carrying them up the stairs, and they're just dead weight. It's these wooden stairs, and there's probably 15, 20 of them. This bitch has been passed out on the bar for 90 minutes. I can't get her awake. Carrying her up the stairs, out pops her roommate's head, and she goes, bing! And some fucking drunk call, she wakes up and is like, is that you? And I just drop her on the stairs and leave her. I'm literally fucking done with you right now, and it's over.
She's sleeping through
that's
everything.
The closest. That's the closest I've got to someone falling asleep on shift. They made it through the shift.
At least they made it through. That cleaning by yourself sucks, but I'd be all right cleaning by myself if somebody was sleeping.
Yeah, there were 3 of us too, so it wasn't the end of the day. At least
Yeah,
there were
you're
2.
not doing
like,
it alone.
You had someone helping.
Now, we do every week we do the Come On Karen segment.
Come on, Karen.
Come on, Karen.
And you being in the industry for a while, I want your best Come On Karen 1-star review. Just what's the worst you've seen, especially with your page and the amount of reviews and stuff that people put on there.
Like, it doesn't have to be mine. Just
No,
the worst I've
just
seen.
the worst one you've seen. We can do both.
Oh man, like the worst one I have is actually a pretty funny story because this dude was trying to mac on this chick that I know, and she wasn't having it. And I call him Dollar Store Aaron Rodgers because if you met this dude out, not only did he definitely get off watching sports at some point of his life, he just tried everything he could to look like Aaron Rodgers. So he's trying to talk to her and she's not having it. And finally, I'm just like, I walk over and I'm like, hey, man, she doesn't want to talk to you. And he just starts yelling at me and he stands up like he's going to fight me. And he turns into her boyfriend, like slams right into him. This dude played linebacker for an NCAA Division I school. And he has not let himself go. And he hits him and he's like, do you have a fucking problem with my friend? At this point, this guy is not my friend, but we are now. Like, this is how we ended up becoming friends. Because his logic is like, well, you were defending my girl. I've got your back forever now. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
But this guy just like starts speaking, I don't know, Latin, because he's scared for his life. He leaves, he pops his head back in. He leaves, he pops his head back in, and he spits on the floor. And I'm like, I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to fucking do it. So I go to the side of the door, and I'm like, if this motherfucker walks back in again. So he walks back in to go spit on the floor again. And I slipped, and I might have accidentally slammed the door on his face. We got some weird review that if you are not a regular, that the bartenders will not wait on you, and also that they curb stomped him, which I'm like, that's a lie. We never curb stomped him. I hit his head into a door. He did, does he have a concussion? I don't really know. It's whatever.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not there. I just poured drinks, man. I don't know what to tell you. Man, as for like the worst ones I've gotten in, there are so many of them. Like there was one recently I got where the best way I could describe the review was, hello, I'm homophobic. And I went into a bar that had some kind of drag thing going on and I'm uncomfortable. But it's always like the worst review. These people think that everyone's going to be on their side. And just reading it, I'm like, everything about...
Oh, hello. Oh, where'd he go? I think we have
signal?
some, technical difficulties, I guess. Huh.
I was just getting good too.
Yeah, the internet is a crazy place. We'll have to try and figure out if we can get him back on here. Maybe continue it next time. We'll have to get on the phone and see if we can get him back on. Yeah,
He's a nice guy. I like him.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah,
He's been in the industry for years.
yeah. Like I said, I've been following him since 2011. I mean, and his page is awesome.
Keeps growing. Over 600,000 people. He's got Instagram with I think we're 200,000 or something.
Yeah, and he's got the Angry Cast that he puts out on Facebook too. So they have the podcast that they do, which is awesome. It's the Angry Bartender on Facebook and Instagram. And great guest. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
The stories for days that we all have from being in the industry and looking back over the years.
Oh, God, I think we could have went on for
6-7 more hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to do a special with that one.
Yeah, I think so, too.
We could do like a 2-hour episode.
But, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we had some technical difficulties. So I think Jimmy's working on something, maybe. We tried.
We tried.
Yep. But remember to check out our guest, the Angry Bartender, on Facebook, Instagram. Check out at Somewhat Tipsy Pod, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify.
X.
Oh, yeah, XX. Yeah.
Not XX.
No,
X.
just one X. There's just one X.
Not 2, 3 X's, Joe. Just one X.
It's late at night.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it, y'all. And we will see you next week for episode something.
23.
Yeah.
23.
Almost 25.
Oh, we're getting there. Millionaires by after New Year.
Have a good night, y'all.